A custom Hongxi State limousine had just pulled into the last parking spot at the hotel. Then a Rolls-Royce pulled up behind it and blocked it in. The next second, a woman in red stormed out, pointed at the car, and started yelling. She claimed the whole city was under the Shen family's control, so that parking spot belonged to Mr. Shen. But the woman in the car only gave her one cold reply: first come, first served. That sent the woman in red running to complain, crying that someone had no respect for the Shen family. A few moments later, Shen Linfeng showed up with his people. Without even looking, he slammed on the gas and rammed straight into the back of the Hongxi Bank. The front end of the Rolls-Royce crumpled on the spot, but instead of apologizing, the first thing he did after getting out was blame the other driver for parking there. He even acted like everyone should move aside whenever they saw a Shen family car. The woman immediately pointed out that he hit her on purpose, but Shen Linfeng wouldn't listen. He got even more arrogant and told his bodyguards to grab a baseball bat and smash the junk Hongxi. She stopped him right away and warned him this wasn't an ordinary car. If he damaged it, he couldn't afford the consequences. Shen Linfeng thought she was bluffing. To him, it was just some cheap sedan, so he swung the bat as hard as he could at the window. Once, twice, 3 times, but the window didn't even crack. It didn't leave a single mark. The impact left his hands numb. Even his expression changed. The woman in red kept making things worse, accusing the woman of using the Shen family's name for attention and trying to latch onto them. Shen Linfeng completely lost his temper. He even said he'd pay for the whole car if he smashed it to pieces. The woman didn't argue anymore. She simply made a phone call. The person who answered was Shen Linfeng's grandfather, Shen Lingshan. She only said one sentence: "Your grandson is smashing the Hongxi State limousine personally approved by Mr. Tang." The line went completely silent. Then Shen Lingshan's voice completely changed. He immediately offered 100 million. All he wanted was for her to stay safe. Cash would arrive at the hotel within 10 minutes. If she lost even one finger, the Shen family would take full responsibility. When Shen Linfeng heard that, he didn't panic, he laughed. He thought she had found someone to pretend to be his grandfather. He grabbed the phone, smashed it on the ground, and kept insulting her, and he kept going. The woman finally had enough. She slapped him across the face. That slap completely set Shen Linfeng off. He had never been hit like that in his life. He snapped. He immediately called his bodyguards over and swore he'd make her pay for it. But even now, he still had no idea this wasn't an ordinary woman. No one knew that Miss Zhang, the quiet owner of that Hongxi, was a top scientist who helped the country break through 9 core technologies. She spent 5 years earning that state limousine, and the Hongxi, that looked so ordinary, had personally been approved by Mr. Tang as a mobile security fortress. The armor and bulletproof glass, way beyond any luxury car, so those swings weren't just embarrassing, he had just brought a disaster down on his whole family. But here is the thing, he never recognized the woman standing in front of him. He treated her like some nobody, without realizing she was the woman his grandfather had been pushing him to marry. He challenged her, humiliated her, and kept making things worse. The more arrogant he became, the worse the situation got. As soon as the call ended, Shen Lingshan immediately reported everything to Mr. Tang. The moment Mr. Tang heard someone had deliberately vandalized the state limousine, he was furious. He left for Haiqing immediately. Back at the hotel parking lot, Shen Linfeng was still demanding millions in repair costs. He even threatened to make her pay with more than just money. The woman in red stood beside him, adding fuel to the fire the whole time. Then Shen Linfeng looked back at the untouched Hongxi. For the first time, he felt something wasn't right, but it was already too late. He still thought being the richest family in Haiqing meant he could do whatever he wanted, because every threat he made pushed him one step closer to ruining everything. Mr. Tang's motorcade was already on the way, and Shen Lingshan was racing to the hotel too. They were all about to end up in the same place. When that moment came, would Shen Linfeng still be smiling? And could the Shen family survive the consequences of attacking a state limousine?